we had enough people to play with within in the family.
That's
So,
right.
if somebody was running and we wanted to see who the fastest, if we were on the basketball court, how many shots could you make? Go one-on-one against each other. And then we would play as a family, too. We would play 5-on-5 against other people, and so and then we would go to the park. I love our Saturdays and Sundays. After church on Sunday, we would always go to the park and play with other families would go and we would play with other kids and had a wonderful time.
Magic Johnson just destroyed LeBron's entire legacy with 4 words: stop lying to yourself. The Lakers legend didn't hold back in a conversation that leaked this week, and what he said has the entire basketball world in absolute chaos. This isn't about stats or rings anymore. This is about truth, delusion, and whether the so-called king has been feeding us and himself a carefully constructed fantasy for nearly 2 decades. And trust me, what Magic revealed goes way deeper than anyone expected. January 2025. A private audio recording surfaces online, and within hours, it's everywhere. Magic Johnson, 5-time champion, Lakers icon, and one of the most respected voices in basketball history, is heard having a brutally honest conversation about LeBron James. And he's not holding anything back. He's lying to himself, Magic says in the recording. All this GOAT talk, all these documentaries, all this I'm the chosen one stuff. He's convinced himself of a story that just isn't true. The internet explodes. Twitter, Instagram, sports talk shows, everyone's picking sides. LeBron fans are furious, calling Magic a hater, saying he's jealous of LeBron's longevity. But then there's the other side, the ones who've been waiting for someone with Magic's credibility to finally say what they've been thinking all along. Because here's the thing. This isn't some random analyst looking for clicks. This is Magic Johnson, a man who won championships in multiple decades, a man who faced Larry Bird and dominated the 80s, a man who knows exactly what true, undeniable greatness looks like. And he's saying LeBron doesn't have it. The Lakers organization stays quiet. LeBron's camp releases no statement. But the silence, that speaks volumes. Because when you're truly secure in your legacy, you don't need to respond to criticism. But when someone like Magic questions the very foundation of your narrative, that silence starts to feel like confirmation. Fans are divided, but one question keeps coming up. What did Magic see that we've all been missing? Let's break down what Magic actually said, because this wasn't just a casual criticism. This was a surgical breakdown of everything LeBron has built his image on. LeBron is obsessed with how he's perceived, Magic explained in the leaked audio. Every move is calculated. Every quote is rehearsed. He's got people making documentaries about him while he's still playing. He's comparing himself to MJ every chance he gets. And the thing is, he's great. Nobody's denying that. But he's not Michael. And deep down, in those quiet moments, he knows it. That last part hits different. Because Magic isn't saying LeBron isn't talented. He's saying LeBron knows the truth, but refuses to accept it. That's the lying to yourself part. It's about self-awareness or the lack of it. Think about it. How many times have we seen LeBron subtly insert himself into GOAT conversations? The social media posts with crown emojis, the I would never lose to someone in sandals comment about Larry Bird, the carefully timed Instagram stories during Jordan's playoff runs. It's constant. It's relentless. And according to Magic, it's desperate. Real legends don't have to tell you they're legends, Magic said in the recording. When I was playing, we let our game speak. When MJ was dominating, he didn't need to remind anyone. But LeBron, he needs constant validation from the media, from his teammates, from history. And that need, that's not confidence. That's insecurity. And here's where it gets really uncomfortable for LeBron fans. Magic brings up something nobody wants to talk about: the curated legacy. LeBron has more control over his narrative than any athlete in history. He produces his own content, he has lifetime deals with Nike, he handpicks his media appearances, he decides which stories get told and which ones get buried. But control isn't the same as truth. And Magic's point is simple. When you have to work that hard to craft your image, what are you hiding? Now, LeBron fans will point to the stats, and they should, because the numbers are undeniable. All-time leading scorer, 4 championships, 10 finals appearances, nearly 2 decades of sustained excellence. On paper, it's one of the greatest careers ever. But Magic isn't arguing about the numbers. He's arguing about the context. And that's where things get messy.
But I was never satisfied. And even today, you know, I heard your speech before I came out. You and I are cut from the same cloth. We're still not satisfied. We know we can achieve more. Yes, it's going to be 100,000 like you talked about. You keep pushing the envelope. You keep growing. You keep wanting more, and that's who I am. I'm always wanting more. I'm never satisfied. I push my people that we can do better. We want more growth. We want to continue to get bigger and better, and we know we can. So that's exciting to hear you talk to all of you, and you should want the same for yourself too. You know that, hey, if
Look at how those championships came, Magic said in the recording. Miami. He had to team up with 2 other All-Stars just to get his first ring. Cleveland. Kyrie hit the shot, and they were down 3-1. Lakers. Bubble championship with AD carrying the defense. I'm not saying they don't count, but I am saying none of them happened the way MJ's did. None of them were, I put the team on my back and dominated. Every single one had an asterisk in people's minds. That's brutal. But is he wrong? Miami was the original super team. LeBron made the decision, joined Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and promised 8 championships. They got 2. And even then, it took Ray Allen's miracle shot in 2013 to save his legacy from being 1-3 in the finals. Cleveland's 2016 championship is legendary, sure, but let's be honest, Kyrie Irving hit the biggest shot. Draymond Green got suspended. The Cavs needed 7 games and multiple breaks to pull it off. It's a great story, but it's not the same as MJ's 6 finals MVPs in 6 tries. And the Lakers bubble? Nobody wants to say it out loud, but Magic just did it. It was in an empty gym during a pandemic. No travel, no crowds, no real home court advantage. LeBron was great, but was it the same as a full playoff grind? Even casual fans have quietly wondered. Magic keeps going, and don't even get me started on his finals record. 4 wins, 6 losses. 6 times he got to the biggest stage and failed. MJ never lost. Never. That's not a coincidence. That's a mentality. But wait, because what Magic said next makes everything even worse. You know what the saddest part is? Magic continued. LeBron genuinely believes he's done enough. He's convinced himself that longevity equals greatness, that being good for a long time is the same as being the best when it mattered most. And that's the lie. That's what he tells himself every night. Because if he faced the truth that he's not MJ, that he's never been MJ, that he'll never be MJ, it would break him. The NBA world is still processing that because it's not just criticism. It's a psychological evaluation from someone who's been exactly where LeBron is. And Magic's conclusion? LeBron is running from reality. Here's where it gets personal for Magic, because this isn't just about basketball history anymore. It's about the Lakers, the franchise Magic helped build into a dynasty. Magic won 5 championships with the Lakers. He defined an era. Showtime wasn't just a nickname, it was a cultural movement. The Lakers in the 80s meant excellence, entertainment, and winning. Always winning. Magic's legacy in Los Angeles is untouchable. And then LeBron arrived in 2018, promising to restore the Lakers to greatness. 7 years later, 1 championship, multiple missed playoffs, a struggling, aging star clinging to relevance while the team suffers around him. LeBron came to LA for his brand, not for the Lakers. He wanted the Hollywood spotlight, the business opportunities, the post-basketball empire. And that's fine, but don't pretend it was about winning championships, because if it was, he would have walked away by now. That's the nuclear bomb. Magic is saying LeBron is actively hurting the Lakers by staying, that his ego won't let him retire even though his body is clearly breaking down, that he's prioritizing his personal stats like passing Kareem, like playing with his son, over what's actually best for the franchise. Know when to walk away, Magic warned. Your pride isn't worth tarnishing what you built. But LeBron won't walk away, because walking away means admitting it's over, and he can't lie to himself if he admits that. Lakers fans are torn. Some agree with Magic, saying LeBron's refusal to accept reality is holding the team hostage. Others defend LeBron, saying he earned the right to finish on his own terms. But Magic's point isn't about rights or earning anything. It's about self-awareness. It's about knowing when the story is over and having the courage to accept it. And according to Magic, LeBron doesn't have that courage. So where does this leave us? Because this isn't just Lakers drama or another hot take. This is a fundamental shift in how we're going to talk about LeBron James moving forward. Magic Johnson just gave permission to every analyst, every fan, every former player who's been afraid to question LeBron's legacy. He validated every doubt, every asterisk, every uncomfortable truth that's been whispered but never shouted. And here's the most telling part. None of the other legends have defended LeBron. Not Kareem, not Shaq, not Kobe's estate, not Bird. The silence from basketball royalty is deafening, which means one of two things. Either they don't care enough to comment, or they quietly agree with Magic. LeBron still hasn't responded. His social media has been uncharacteristically quiet. No cryptic Instagram quotes, no live, laugh, love tweets, nothing. And that might be the smartest move he's made in years. Because how do you respond to Magic Johnson without proving his point? If he claps back, he looks insecure, exactly what Magic accused him of being. If he stays silent, the accusations linger, unchallenged, becoming the dominant narrative. He's trapped, and everyone knows it. But here's the real question, the one that's going to define how history remembers this era. Has LeBron been lying to himself all along? Has the greatest marketing machine in sports convinced its own creator that the brand is real? That the chosen one prophecy actually came true? That he really is the GOAT, despite all the evidence suggesting otherwise? Magic thinks so. And after nearly 20 years of watching LeBron control every aspect of his narrative, maybe it's time we start asking ourselves the same question. Magic Johnson didn't just criticize LeBron, he exposed him, exposed the insecurity behind the confidence, the desperation behind the dominance, the fear behind the GOAT talk. And whether you agree with Magic or not, you can't ignore what he said. Because when a five-time champion and Lakers legend tells you to stop lying to yourself, you're either going to face the truth or spend the rest of your career running from it. LeBron's legacy will never be the same after this. The debate is officially open, and the lie, it's been exposed. So here's my question for you. Do you think Magic is right? Has LeBron been lying to himself about his legacy? Or is this just another case of old legends hating on the new generation? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is far from over. And if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button because we're covering all the drama, all the controversy, and all the truth bombs the NBA doesn't want you to hear. This is just the beginning.